Hello, budget friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome or welcome back to Budgeting Over 40. I'm Melissa, and we are here to do a paycheck budget with me, you guys. We got paid, so let's jump in. All right, you guys, I appreciate you so much for being here. It is payday. It was 2 days early because I got paid last night at the end of day on the 26th. Today's the 27th. The payday should have been on the 28th, but I'm not complaining. And not only that, because we do have some bills to cover at the first of the month, because this paycheck is going to cover the first week and a half of March. If you haven't seen my March budget with me, my monthly budget, I'm going to link that video in the cards for you guys to take a look. So I did mention that the last paycheck that I'm receiving in the month of February is going to cover the first week. It's almost 2 weeks of March, to be honest, that we're going to have to cover. So I did have to talk to hubby. I was like, listen, we need to cover some stuff because my paycheck is not going to cover the full rent and we need to be paid from the business. So he went ahead and he paid himself. And you guys, it looks like we are on a roll. He did transfer $1,500 into our joint account. That's our joint household bills account. And let me tell you, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and put that right in. So it was today. Hubby transferred in. It's going to go to ready to assign. And it's an inflow of $1,500. So I'm like so excited. So I'm just going to save that. That's about all the income that I have to enter, but I do have 19 new transactions that I need to approve or categorize. So the first one up is my Apple High Yield Savings Account. There's a deposit, but I'm going to change this payee to daily cash. This is from swiping my Apple Card to do any kind of purchases and they give me cash back. So I do have a category that this go into. So this is 8 cents. And I do remember before I hit approve, I'm going to jump back over to the budget. As you can see, uncategorized transactions here is 788. This is all the daily cash that I'm getting. So I'm going to go back to the transactions and let's now do this one. So I have to remember that number because that does not get budgeted out to the bills. That goes in a separate category that I'm going to hold on to for a few months. That's going to ultimately be a debt payment, but I'm trying to do it once every quarter. All right. So I did pay my Capital One number two card the amount of $402.72. I can tell you that this was me buying heating oil just a couple days ago. It was this much, you guys. So, ooh, come on, warm weather. We're calling. Come on, warm weather. Because I can't be paying $400 every month in oil bill. So let's approve this one. Now, the Apple Card got a payment of $267.85. And I think that has to do with my cell phone bill. And I think the subscriptions, we'll see. So let's go ahead and approve this. Then I did transfer $61 from the inflow account to the primary account. I did go out and get breakfast one morning for hubby and I for $16.29. Let's go ahead and approve that. Then I did make a payment to my Apple Card for $11.94. Now I know what this is. I did go to our local hardware store and I bought some floor polish for cleaning. So I did go ahead and pay that back from the primary account. And then my Apple iCloud storage went out for $9.99. And Sirius XM also went out for $7.99. Let's go ahead and approve those two together. Now here's another deposit from my Apple Card to the Apple High Yield Savings Account. This is in the amount of 30 cents. Let's change this to daily cash. And we did get some rewards from swiping my Capital One number two card to purchase the heating oil in the amount of $6.04. And this was applied directly back onto or to reduce the balance of the card. So let's approve that. Then here's another payment or deposit from My Apple Card swiping, this one was $7.50. So $7.50 for one swipe. This is for my cell phone bill. So I went ahead and paid my T-Mobile bill. As you can see here down in this line, I did pay my T-Mobile bill for $249.87. And because I used my Apple Card, there's a 3% cash back for doing that. So I received $7.50 for that transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to daily cash and then approve it. Now my Apple Card, here we go. This is between the primary account and the Apple Card account for $11.94. We already approved the first half. And here's the second half of the $61 between the inflow and the primary. And here is the second half of the payment to my Apple Card for $267.85. And also the payment for the heating oil for $402.72. And then my paycheck came in for $2,377.97. Let's approve that one. And here it is for the heating oil, $402.72. Like I mentioned, I did get this on the 25th. That's when they charged my card. So we're going to approve that. And then the T-Mobile bill that went out for $249.87. And then I did pick up a slice of pizza and something else for my little one day for $6.66. We're going to go ahead and approve that one. So that's all the transactions that we need to approve. We're going to jump over to the budget and we're going to talk about what we need to cover for the rest of this month, which is just today and tomorrow, and then what we need to cover in the first part of March. So we have $3,885.85, and we need to take out $7.88 out of this. So let's go down to cashback. In the savings and sinking funds category, we're going to go ahead and put the $7.88 here. That's just me holding on to this money. So this category now has $97.49. We're just building this up. Now, the total that we have to budget for this pay period is the $3,877.97. Now, this is $500 more than what I pre-planned for the monthly budget and also the paycheck budget for the first pay period of March. All right, so let's start with the fixed bills here because we're still in February and there is a couple of things that I need to pay that I did not pay yet. So the internet bill I did transfer, even though I had assigned the full internet bill, I had to transfer some money out because I ended up pulling that from when I went out to breakfast with Hubby. We did pull that from the internet bill because I knew that we were going to get paid again before the bill was due. The bill isn't actually due until March 2nd, but I am going to pay it in the month of February just so we're not paying two bills for internet in the month of March. So let's go ahead and put $88.99. That's the amount due for the bill. And we're just going to snooze because we don't need a penny more. All right, let's go down, see what else we need to pay. Capital One number 2 is asking for some additional money because I did transfer out the $63.84 to be paid onto the Apple Card because this much was the interest. So I have already taken care of the minimum payment, so I'm not going to worry about this. And somehow I can't snooze this target. So we're just going to bypass that. In the dining out section, we don't have any money or we don't have any money left in this category. So we're just going to snooze for the rest of this month. Whatever I'm going to assign is going to be for March. After school, I did transfer some money out. I do need to put $40 back in here because I need to make a payment. And the rest of it is going to have to wait until the month of March. Back to school. Let's see. These, I think everything that's left. Let's look at the fixed bill focus view. Because as you can see, everything is green. I still didn't send the child support over to my daughter, so I need to do that before the month is through. So everything is taken care of in the fixed bill for the remainder of February. In the debt, everything is also taken care of. I just mentioned the Capital One number 2 card. So we're all taken care of there. In variable, we are all taken care of too. I don't think I need to buy any fuel. If I need to, I'll wait until the month of March so it just rolls into March. So let's take a look at savings. This is the last focus view that we need to take a look at. As you could see over here in the inspector, we are underfunded in our savings categories by $501.63. And before I go any further, the total that I'm underfunded for the month of February is $719.98. Now, something that I did think about just yesterday after I finished my monthly budget video for March, I was thinking that I need to reconsider some of my targets on the categories that are in here. I kind of don't want to adjust them now. I want to wait until we get into the month of March to do any kind of adjusting. So, what I really want to do is snooze these targets because I want to go ahead and revisit these when we get into the new month. So, I'm not going to assign any monies in any of these saving categories. I'm going to come back and take a look at it in the month of March, and I'm going to readjust because I do have a different plan of action when it comes to what we're going to do for savings. Because in that video, I did mention that right now I'm going to be dealing with four sinking funds category group. We're going to do a cars, we're going to do a home, we're going to do family. So my babies and personal is going to be in one category when it comes to sinking funds. And then the last one is going to be subscriptions. So as you can see here, there is a subscription category that I have so far. And actually, the only thing that's asking for money is YNAB for $5.18. You know what? I'm going to put the money, I'm going to put that in here. Since that's only asking for 518, we can do that. But in the gifts and givens, this is also going to fall under the family. So I'm going to snooze this. And when we come back in March or when March starts, I'm going to go ahead and adjust these targets just so we have a better outlook when it comes to what we're going to be funding in any given month. Okay, so last one is emergency fund. Let's go ahead and snooze this. And for the savings, it's saying we're not underfunded, but I think there's a couple categories that I am still underfunded by $218.35. What am I missing? Okay, fuel for the car. So as of right now, I think whatever fuel is in the car could make it through the rest of the next 2 days, basically. So I'm going to snooze this, and any money that I need to assign will come out of March budget. All right, so what's left is attire. I am going to snooze this. I'm not going to buy myself any clothes and braids and things. We are good on hair products, so we can wait on that. Now we're still left with a few. It's saying that we're still underfunded by $115.38. Is this the after school? Yes, we could snooze after school. We could snooze dining out because I won't be doing any kind of dining out for the next 2 days. And the capital one is the one that I can't snooze. And I actually don't want to. I thought about changing the target, but I'm just going to leave it. What it's saying we're underfunded for the rest of February is 6384. But like I mentioned, that 6384 was the interest that I assigned to the category, but then I moved that out and paid it onto my Apple Card. So right now we're all funded, as in my brain, we're all funded for the month of February. I could almost just assign that $63 and then wait until next month to figure it out. I don't know. All right, so we're going to move from here. We're going to jump into the month of March because everything that's going to happen with the money that you see here in Ready to Assign needs to go into the month of March. So let's jump over. The first thing that we're going to have to do is assign money for the rent. Now this is $2,500. The electric is due on the 1st. So let's put that in. So what I do know, this is not all the income that we're going to get within the first pay period. We do have the benefit that comes in the first part of the month is actually due to hit the account on the 10th of March. So, what we need to take care of now, we could leave some bills that are due after the 10th, from the 10th on, because we have monies now that can take care of bills up until the 9th. So, let's go down. Renter's insurance is on the 13th. So, we'll worry about that after the benefit comes in. So, let's look at the fixed bills overview or focus view. Everything is taken care of in the home expenses as to what we need to pay now. In the My Baby section, we can wait on after school because we're going to make a payment at the end of February. As you see that I assigned $40 there. So if anything, we can wait until after the 10th to make another payment, or into the second or technically first pay period of March to make a payment. Braces, we don't need to worry about that, but I can't snooze this target because we are currently still in the month of February. Child support, we have a payment to make for the end of February, so we can wait until about mid March to make another payment. Now, car insurance is due on the 13th, so we can wait until the 10th paycheck to do that. But HP Inc. is due. I need to change this target to $6. Peloton is for 44. We're going to have to pay that before we get paid again. And Google Cloud is due on the 12th, so we can wait to take care of that. So I think this is as much as we need to do in the fixed bills section. Let's head over to variable. Now, for variable, what I need to do here is really talk about the groceries. Now, I think this is what is going to trip me up a little bit because we are already overspent for groceries in the month of February. But based on my work schedule, I think I'm going to have to go grocery shopping either before the end of day today, or I have to go tomorrow before the new month start. So I think I only want to put about $200 in the target or in the category for the month of February, just in case I actually go shopping, that I'm not over budget and have no money to cover it. But then the rest of the $500 that I did pre plan, I'm going to put that in the month of March. I hope that makes sense. It's making sense in my brain. Now, for dining out, I'm going to assign $50 for March. Let's go down to my babies. I do need to get my son's haircut. I did assign money before, but I had to transfer it out. I needed to put it in other areas. Now, fuel for the car, I do need to put $100 here. In the personal self-care and spend how I want, I really do want to get a pedicure. I haven't gotten a pedicure, and I really need it, but it's not in the budget. Like I didn't, well, it is because I did assign myself or pre-plan to give myself $100, but I don't know if I really want to use that to spend on a pedicure right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to put the $100 here in self-care, and then I'll decide how I want to divvy it up. In health and wellness, I don't have any I don't have any doctor's appointment. I don't know, but let me put $10 here in copay just to be safe because that's what I did assign for health and wellness. And you could see that the barber tips is still there from the month of February. So we're left with $329.19. What can I pay? Let's see if I want to put some money into our savings and sinking fund. So I did say that I'm going to wait to, revamp my targets. So I'm going to head back over to, let's just take a look. Okay, in the debt section is the only section I didn't look at because I need to assign money for my student loan, which is the minimum payment of $40, and everything else can wait until we get paid again. So we're only dealing with three cards: Mattress Firm, Capital One number two, and my Apple Card. Mattress Firm is going to be the first one due, but that's due on the 14th. So this is technically going to be paid in the second, or technically, yes, second pay period. first official paycheck of March, but second pay period. So this $218, $289.19. What can I do with that money for right now? What else do I need to do? I'm just going to put it in the rollover just to go into the next month. I know that I can go into March and assign it there, but I haven't really figured out what I need to do with this money just yet. I know it's somewhere, it needs to go somewhere, but I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm just going to sit it here until I could figure out what I need to use that money to do in the first part of March. We are doing good. We're doing good so far. All the bills are paid for the rest of February, and we're looking good for the start of the month of March. So, you guys, that's what it is. I did get some additional money from Hubby, so it looks like we're on a good trend as to what he's going to be transferring into the household budget from paying himself from our business. And we've done it. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm just about 815. I'm teetering between 815 and 817. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't just yet. I would love to have you follow along with my journey. But until next time, you guys, I will talk to you later. Bye now.